Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we are going to look at the 4 latest Arsenal news. The first Arsenal news is that Fabrizio Romano has confirmed an Arsenal update, as he confirms transfer update on Arsenal and world-class target, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup Germany international and Chelsea attacker Guehi Havertz. Arsenal target Kai Havertz will reportedly have a medical with the Gunners in the next hours. This is according to Fabrizio Romano, who took to Twitter with the big transfer update involving Arsenal. The Gunners have been closing in on Havertz, and a deal has been reportedly done for a number of days now. Arsenal were set to have the Chelsea player over for a medical this weekend. As per Sky Sports, now, Romano has narrowed the timescale down, saying Havertz will now be having one on Saturday evening. The transfer insider said that Havertz to Arsenal is done, with all documents having finally been checked. He will be undergoing medical tests with the Gunners in the next hours ahead of a £65 million move to N5. Arsenal should then be confirming Havertz's transfer to the Emirates Stadium in the next days. We've all known that Havertz is heading to Arsenal for a few days now. However, it's always good to be getting regular updates from trusted journalists like Romano. After all, nothing is impossible in football. Last-minute changes of plans, or collapsed moves, can always happen. Nonetheless, this deal is now in the very final stages, and every main transfer source seems convinced it'll happen. So, Arsenal should be getting themselves a world-class player, proven at Premier League level, and yet to reach his prime. Admittedly, Havertz hasn't quite been a sensation at Chelsea, but you can't help but wonder if it's because they didn't know how to use him. You get the feeling Mikel Arteta will know exactly how to get the best out of the mercurial attacker. The second Arsenal news is that The Sun has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm Arsenal now ready to bid £45 million for English defender. Newcastle a problem, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup England international and Crystal Palace defender Marc Guehi. Mikel Arteta's Arsenal are reportedly keen on signing Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace, but Eddie Howe's Newcastle United are posing a problem. The Sun have reported that Arsenal want to sign Marc Guehi from London and Premier League rivals Crystal Palace in the summer transfer window, but so do Newcastle United. The Gunners are reportedly willing to offer as much as £45 million in transfer fees for the 22-year-old England international central defender. But so are Newcastle. The report in the British tabloid has claimed that Palace are looking for over £50 million in transfer fees to cash in on Guehi this summer. In our opinion, Arsenal could be able to sign Marc Guehi ahead of Newcastle United in the summer transfer window. Now, of course, first and foremost, Arsenal and Newcastle will have to pay what Crystal Palace want for the 22-year-old defender. If the Gunners and the Magpies do that, then it would come down to which club the youngster would want to move to. We believe that Guehi would pick Arsenal over Newcastle. Yes, Newcastle are a big and established club in the Premier League who will play in the UEFA Champions League next season. But Arsenal are bigger and are a global brand. Arsenal are going places under manager Mikel Arteta, and, given how they did last season, it seems as though the Gunners are getting back to their glory days. Moreover, the Gunners have a very good team full of young players, and Guehi would fit in perfectly at the North London club. The third Arsenal news is that Florian Plettenberg has confirmed an Arsenal update, as he confirms verbal agreement is done. Player on verge of joining Arsenal, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup Netherlands international and Ajax defender Jurrien Timber. Florian Plettenberg has reported on Twitter that Jurrien Timber is on the verge of joining Mikel Arteta's Arsenal from Ajax. The Sky Germany reporter has claimed that Jurrien Timber wants to leave Ajax and move to Arsenal. In the summer transfer window, Plettenberg has claimed that there is a verbal agreement between the 22-year-old Netherlands international defender and Arsenal. The reporter has added that an agreement between Arsenal and Ajax over the transfer fee for Timber, who can operate as a centre-back or as a right-back, is expected. This is what Florian Plettenberg confirmed in his Twitter account. Jurrien Timber, on verge to join Arsenal. Bayern is not involved at this stage. The player wants to join Arsenal. Verbal agreement is done. All depends on the second official offer now. Agreement expected between €40 million to €45 million transfer fee bonus payments. Would be a good deal for all parties. Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano has claimed that Timber has already agreed personal terms with Arsenal. This is what Fabrizio Romano confirmed in his Twitter account. It's only Arsenal for Jurrien Timber at this stage. Waiting for second proposal to be submitted soon. Personal terms agreed 2 days ago. In our view, that Jurrien Timber has agreed personal terms with Arsenal and wants to move to the Emirates Stadium is hugely encouraging for the Gunners. Now, of course, Ajax will want Arsenal to pay the transfer fee that they want, but at least the Gunners have already convinced the youngster about a potential move to the North London club. That Timber wants to move to Arsenal could also affect Ajax in their stance. After all, the Dutch giants will not want to keep a player who wants to leave. Arsenal fans should be excited and encouraged by this latest update on the future of Timber. The final Arsenal news is that Football Insider has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm Romeo Lavia verbally agrees to join. As Arsenal look to complete the signing of Belgium international and Southampton midfielder Romeo Lavia, Arsenal are firm favourites in the race to sign Southampton star Romeo Lavia after he verbally agreed to join them. According to reports, Lavia, who was called a shining star in Southampton's relegated team last season, is also being targeted by Edu at Arsenal. Sporting director Edu confirmed long ago that transfer activity has been ongoing behind the scenes, even before the domestic window opened, with the Brazilian making an admission to ESPN in April, via 90 Minutes. "Our planning has already been done," said Edu. "It has already reached the owners. Now, we're taking things step by step. We're focused on how we will finish the season, but we've put in the planning and I'm very excited." According to Football Insider, there has been a very promising update on their hunt to sign the Belgium international. Indeed, Arsenal are now in pole position for his signing, above the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United and others. This comes as Lavia verbally agrees to join the club following new talks with the players' camp. Arsenal will apparently need a fee in and around £50 million to sign the 19-year-old, though they are in a strong position. With Mikel Arteta also being a huge fan of his, Lavia, who has been likened to former Man City captain Fernandinho, averaged a higher pass accuracy than any Southampton player in the top flight last season, who scored, called sensational by members of the media like the Mail's Lewis Steele. Other journalists such as Sam Tighe have recently expressed views on what an incredible signing he would be for Arsenal. "I watched every game Romeo Lavia played last season and he was absolutely incredible," said Tighe on Twitter. A shining star despite playing in terrible circumstances most of the time. Arsenal reportedly advancing on a deal, one to be very excited about. Do you know the Arsenal news on Jurrien Timber? You will enjoy this video on your screen too.